What's up, YouTubers? This is Odat86. Today is November 24th, and I am going to attempt to fry a turkey. And I got a lot of ingredients. I'm going to walk you through it. But first, let me point out that the turkey fryer comes with assembly required, and I got to put this all together. You can hear the clock ticking. That's the timer for the turkey fryer. There's several ingredients. We've got peanut oil, and we're gonna do injecting the turkey with a base that includes half a cup of beer, half a cup of honey, half a cup of sparkling cider, and a tablespoon of Cajun sauce. One thing my homeboy Michael told me about is you got to take foil and wrap the cord so no oil, hops out the pot and lands on the cord. So you got to wrap that first. All right, YouTubers. So the fire in there is blazing. It's heating up the oil. One thing you want to do is you want to set the turkey inside of the pot with water. The turkey's not in there. There's no water in there. It's just oil by itself. But what you want to do, you want to fill it with water first with the turkey inside it, so you can see what the level of oil is that you should fill it with. I marked the top of where the water was with the Sharpie and then filled it up with oil to that level of the Sharpie mark. So I knew exactly how much oil to put inside of it. Also, you can see that I put the foil along the pipe, the hose, so if any of the oil spills out, it's not gonna sear a hole into the hose and weaken it, and then gas leaks and then the whole thing explodes. We don't want that to happen. But anyhow, it's important to know this is going to be hot, and always use gloves. I'm gonna be wearing these later on. But it's going to take about 40 minutes for that oil to come to boil, or 375 degrees. So at 375 degrees, I got a 10-pound turkey, and you want to boil it. Don't laugh, but I got a stopwatch. So anyhow, per pound, you want to boil it at 375 degrees. I got a thermometer, and we'll get into that later. I'm going to monitor the temperature and keep it at 375. But you're going to want to, per pound turkey, boil it at 375 for 4 minutes. So a 10-pound turkey, I'm going to be deep frying it for 40 minutes. So let's get on to the marinade next, because we're going to inject the turkey to keep it moist before we put it in the deep fryer. Alright, so I'm getting ready to fill this injector with this solution to inject into the turkey, and the solution smells, honestly, it smells like a Bloody Mary, but the ingredients are half a cup of honey, a tablespoon of this Cajun sauce, a half a cup of this sparkling cider, and a cup of Guinness or any dark beer. And that's what it looks like. So I will be injecting that into the turkey. So I probably should be dead right now. And I might not get through this video because I put way too much oil into it. That's an overflow of oil, which when I put it in there, it was just way too much oil. I fucked up calibrating that part. I may or may not have skipped a step. I don't know. There was a lot to think about. But apparently, I mean, this entire freaking thing is dripping with oil, and on all accounts, all that oil should be burnt. I don't know why it's not. Thank God. I mean, even the safety valve right here is completely soaked with oil. The only way to get the oil from not bubbling out the top was to throw the lid on it. And I'm not 100% sure exactly how to regulate the temperature. You know, how do I check? If I lift that lid, you know, is it gonna, it's gonna blow up, or, you know, who knows what. But I'm gonna carefully monitor the situation. And as my last resort, hopefully I can just twist that knob, and, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's a lot of oil. And that burner should have ignited all that oil, and I'm so fucking lucky. I don't know if I want to do this again, but I'm a little scared. But, you know, let's keep going and see how it turns out. Hopefully we got some deep fried turkey tonight. So actually about 30 minutes have elapsed, and this thing is smoking. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm gonna try not to step in this oil, but I'm gonna check on this. And one thing I found out, there was no real way to regulate the temperature. I mean, you could turn it high and you could turn it low, but if you turn it too low, it just shuts off. And it shut off right now, but I'm gonna turn it back on in a minute. But I was supposed to be cooking this at 375, but for the longest it's been at 450, and if I turn the flame so low, it just shuts off. So this particular burner, I couldn't really figure out how to regulate the temperature. But that is boiling hot. And that oil actually was clear, like vegetable oil clear. And now it looks brown. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it. You can actually still see some of the oil right there. It's clear. It was clear oil, but now it's dark. So, you know, I don't know if that's done or not. But it cooked at a super high temperature, higher than normal. I mean, what much I can do about that. And yeah, it's my first time, so I don't know. I'm not exactly happy. I'm just lucky I'm alive right now. You know, I'm just happy that I'm not in the emergency room. Nobody got hurt. There was no fires. You know, always something to be grateful for these days. But I think I'm gonna call it, you know. Call it good. I'm just gonna turn the gas off. I'm gonna attempt to pull this out of here. Damn, that motherfucker is burnt. Burnt to a crisp. Wow. I guess it's important to have the... Oh, shit. That thing is about as burnt can be. The motherfucker is black. Holy shit. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to go to Costco and figure out something else to bring for my party that I was gonna go to tonight. I'm still going to, but the turkey ain't gonna be the... I'm gonna let that motherfucker chill out right there. Man. Well, you're seeing this live in action. Every motherfucking thing that could be burnt is burnt with oil everywhere out. The shit is black. They say you can reuse the oil, but I doubt you can reuse burnt ass nasty tasting oil. Oh man, I don't know if you can see, but this is the face of disappointment. Jesus. Well, that was a $200 mistake, guys.